Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on a very important topic, which is going to be about understanding the prospects of luck, fortune in your life. So guys, the beauty of our Vedic astrology is that it is so layered that for any specific area of your life, like the way you know that your Lagan chart carries or encompasses all areas of our life. There is a house which tells about your children, there is a house which tells about your profession, there is a house which tells about your public image. But if you actually want to get deeper into it and you want some very finer, deeper analysis of any specific area of your life, so for that we have further divisional charts as well. And one of the most important divisional chart in Vedic astrology is the D9 chart, which is also called as the Navamsa chart. Now guys, different astrologers look at this chart for different objectives, like definitely because this chart somehow carries the good merits or the divine grace which is attached to it. So if you actually want to judge the strength and dignity of any planet, so looking at that planet only in the Lagan chart will be the half-cooked picture. You have to validate that same planet's condition or dignity in the D9 chart as well. And definitely guys, for anything to do with your religious potential, anything to do with your matrimonial concerns, even if you have to validate the dasha or the yogas, you have to see the same planetary combinations, activated dasha planets in the D9 chart as well. But guys, today's discussion is going to be somehow surrounding around the way luck supports us in our life journey. Now guys, the definition of luck varies for individual to individual. In certain cases, it's the support which you derive from your family members act as support of luck or divine grace. In certain cases, like someone like me who has got a very prominent 8th house, so many prominent esoteric nakshatras. So in my case, omens and intuition plays a very pivotal role. In certain cases, this could be your friends, this could be all the guides and mentors you have, or in certain cases, people get this inclination or this guidance in their dreams as well. So all what matters is that if you actually want to understand that which specific area of your life is supporting you in your life journey in the form of luck. Now this could be a guardian angel, this could be cosmic intelligence, this could be support from nature. You call it whatsoever you want to call it, but I will package it in the form of how and which specific area of your life luck is supporting you. That is something which we will try to understand in this video. And guys, the concept or the process which we will follow, that's very simple. All what you have to do is that, because if we have an exclusive chart which tells only about the prospects of our luck along with other things, which is D9 chart, so all what you have to do is that you have to see from the main Lagan chart. Guys, whatsoever actually happens in our life, all those information we only decode, we only get from the main Lagan chart. No matter if your D10 chart or planets in your D7 chart, which is the house of children, if all the yogas in those divisional charts is very strong, but if the yogas in the Lagan chart is not supporting that, so no matter how much spark you have, how much dormant talent you have, but still things will not be able to manifest. So the validation of everything is somehow connected and comes back to the Lagan chart only. But just because here we are talking about the divine grace and here we are talking about the support of luck in our life's journey, so looking at the 9th house lord of your Lagan chart and its placement in the D9 chart can definitely give you a very deeper idea. Because guys, when we talk about luck, see, it's we all have come across all those like news where a plane which was about to crash, and there were those people who at the last moment, because of some unknown reasons, they withdraw themselves from that trip and they did not board that flight. And it happens so many times. So somehow luck is definitely playing a pivotal role, and it's very important for us to understand that from our chart, that which specific area of our life is supporting us granting us those support in the form of the luck. And guys, definitely it's a learning platform. It's not like that whatever I'm going to be telling over here, it's going to be a line carved in stone. So I'm just going to be sharing my views, and whatsoever your finding is, or the way you are observing it in your own personal life, in your own natal chart, so please feel free to contribute that in the comment section of this video. And I will be sharing some case study of the celebrities as well. And over there as well, I do not want to get into this debate that the birth details are not correct. Important is that to understand the process, by which logics I'm proving that, rather than getting into this that birth details are not right or Lagan is not right. Important is to get into the logic which is being used in order to explain that concept. So okay guys, let's start first with the some of the case studies. So now first is the chart of Hollywood actor Brad Pitt. So guys, if you will look at his main Lagan chart, so you will find that his second house is so accentuated. Ascendant Lord, 9th house Lord, 10th house Lord, they all are placed in the second house. Now, if you have read this doctrine or principle given by the great Indian astrologer K.N. Rao sir, where he has mentioned this thing that a prominent second house belongs to a person who is born with a mission to fulfill. So, intensity of drive, dedication, focus is very strong for those people who have a very prominent second house. So guys, 9th house Lord being very well placed in the second house could be a good indication that in his purpose or in his mission or in his life journey, luck has supported him. Now guys, all what we have to do is that we have to see that where the 9th house Lord from the ascendant chart is placed in the D9 chart. So guys, over here if you will see that his 9th house Lord is well placed in the first house of the D9 chart. So guys, that in itself is this indication that once I will get into decoding the 9th house Lord from the Lagan chart in all the houses, this is a typical combination. When your 9th house Lord from the Lagan chart goes in the first house of the D9 chart, that in itself tells about a fortunate birth, where life, in your life journey, luck or divine grace helps you in its best capacity. Now guys, second is the case of famous Indian cricketer Mahendra Singh Dhoni. In his case guys, if you will see, definitely in his first house, his Mercury is well placed, ascendant is getting very strengthened, sun is glowing and shining over there in the first house. That in itself is a very good combination of being famous, being recognized, being a perfectionist. And guys, in his case, you can see that his 9th house Lord is planet Saturn, and it is placed in the 4th house being conjunct with Jupiter. So guys, this is the kind of a typical yoga which tells about very humble beginning, and also because that is the same indication which you are getting even looking at the second house as well, where Rahu and Venus are conjunct. So and now guys, the minute you will open up the D9 chart in the Navamsa chart, you can see that his from the main Lagan chart, his 9th house Lord becomes planet Saturn, and it is placed right over there in the first house. It is although debilitated, but debilitation is getting cancelled because of an exalted sun being placed over there as well. So yes guys, when you are seeing this kind of alignment in the charts of these prominent and successful people, and specifically being in a business where being picked up at the right times, being there in the at the right time, at the right place, in front of the right people, so somehow luck plays a very important role over there. And there has been a biopic, a movie which has been also made on the life of this cricketer as well, and he actually had a very humble beginning. So the way life supported him or luck supported him, you can fairly see in this combination as well. Now guys, the third case is of Selena Gomez. I just randomly picked up this chart. So in her case as well, because the only one thing which I know about her is about the whenever it comes down to the top followed people on Instagram, she's always on the top 5. So as you can see over here that in Lagan chart, she has got a Cancer rising. The ascendant Lord is very well placed in the 10th house. Now important is we have to give attention to the 9th house Lord. So in her case, the 9th house Lord becomes planet Jupiter, which is very well placed in the second house of the Lagan chart. And now guys, the minute you will open up the D9 chart, in the D9 chart, the 9th house Lord, which is planet Jupiter, it is placed in the 11th house. So somehow guys, whatsoever goals you have set for yourself, or even when we talk about wish fulfillment or popularity or favorite of the masses, this could be a good combination for that. And guys, the last chart for today is the chart of Muhammad Ali. So guys, in his case, as you can see that his 9th house lord is the planet Jupiter, which is placed in the 11th house in the main Lagna chart. The good part over here is that, guys, being a boxer, and not only you are demonstrating that fighting spirit when you are in the ring, but even outside of the ring, you are a true philanthropic humanitarian. You are becoming a spokesperson or becoming a voice of the downtrodden, or representing masses. So all of that can be foreseen with the kind of combination he has in his 10th house, and the way planets are being disposited in his 7th house. In order to for someone to become a public's favorite, 7th house and 10th house plays a very pivotal role. And guys, now if you will look at his D9 chart, now again guys, I am very much sure, because in different books his moon sign has been mentioned differently. In certain combinations and websites, his moon sign has been mentioned as Aquarius. So I do not want to get into that whether this chart is right or not. Important is to understand the process which we are following, to understand the concept which is about how luck supports you in your life journey. So if forgetting this fact that the person for whom we are looking at the chart and only relying on the principles and the placements, so over here you will see that in the D9 chart, the 9th house lord from the Lagna, which is planet Jupiter, it is placed in the 8th house. So now guys, this is a kind of a typical combination, because Jupiter in the Mercury sign is not at peace, and it is also being conjunct with Mars, which is also agitated over there. So that tells about that till the time you are alive, you are fighting for the causes and you're not getting that due support recognition, but your true fame comes once you left the world, and you will be remembered as a legend, or you will be seen as like a immortal kind of fame and recognition can be seen whenever 8th house comes into play. So yes guys, these were certain examples which I wanted to present. Now let's briefly look at how the 9th house lord from the Lagna chart being placed in different houses of your D9 chart is going to be influencing you. So guys, first of all, I have already mentioned this thing, that from the main Lagna chart, if your 9th house lord is placed in the 1st house of the D9 chart, that in itself is a very good yoga. That in itself tells about that in your life journey, luck is supporting you in all avenues. So guys, like the way we say this thing, that whenever we have to describe the main Lagna chart, we call it as the limbs of the Kal Purusha. So D9 chart can be seen as the limbs of your luck. So there is a hand of your luck in the form of your siblings, your friends. There is the chest and heart of it in the form of intelligence, which is the 5th house. So in a way, in all those cases where you will find that your Lagna chart's 9th house lord is placed in the 1st house of the D9 chart, it is a good indication that yes, this is a fortunate chart. This is a fortunate person or a fortunate birth, and in his all areas of life, luck, divine omens will definitely support him. Now guys, let's say for example, if you will find your 9th house lord from the Lagna chart being placed in the 2nd house of the D9 chart. So guys, this is a kind of a typical combination where I like the way I always say, 2nd house not only tells about your wealth, it tells about your virtues, it tells about your principles, values, but also it tells about a certain purpose to fulfill. So generally it has been seen that if you will find the 9th house lord from the Lagna chart being well placed in a strengthened state in the D9 chart 2nd house, either these people tend to remain very lucky in finding their purpose or their calling early in the life, or whenever they will align their energies towards their life purpose, life, circumstances, nature, omens, luck, fortune will support him, will help him. And definitely guys, although finance is something which we also see from the 2nd house, D9 chart is as good as the main Lagna chart. It is very important chart. So, but finance is not the priority over here. Feeling contented and being driven and focused in your life purpose is my ultimate and more priority, which I can see with this placement. Now guys, let's say for example, if you will find your 9th house lord from the main Lagna chart to be placed in the 3rd house of the D9 chart. So guys, definitely because 3rd house tells about all of our initiatives. 3rd house also tells about the kind of resources and support we have. So this is a good combination that if the overall chart is supporting well, because guys, okay, sometimes see, you have to understand this thing, that how luck supports or function in our life, and there is always a thing called life gives us fruits because of our intent behind any action. There is a famous story. I do not know, it's a fiction, it's a made up story, it's a real story, but they say that even how acupuncture was discovered first time in China. It was like there was like this guy, he had one bitter enemy, and he threw one he targeted a arrow or a spear just to harm someone, but it actually hit him on one part of his ankle, which was actually paining him very badly, and the minute it touched him over there or it hit him there, his pain got removed. And this is how the whole process of needles and acupuncture got discovered. Again guys, this could be a made up story, but important is to understand the moral at this point. So the guy who was trying to harm him, he might have a wrong evil intent, but it fructified in the form of good for the person who got injured. Not only good for him, but the whole humanity got benefited because of this invention or discovery. So the point which I'm saying over here is that in your main Lagna chart, whatsoever the condition is of your 3rd house and the 11th house, that will tell about the way you will get affected, supported, or harmed because of your friends and your networking. But the good part over here is that because your 9th house lord from the Lagna chart, it is placed in the 3rd house of the D9 chart, and if it is well placed, that in itself tells about that friends, or through your network or your friends, somehow your good luck or your good will be hidden over here. So it hardly matters whether the influence of friends is trying to harm you or benefit you, but you will only gain out of it. And we can also say this thing, that in all of your initiatives, in all of your plans, in all of your strategies, somehow divine grace or luck will play a very important role. Now guys, let's say for example, if you have your from the main Lagna chart, 9th house lord is placed in the 4th house of the D9 chart. So guys, nothing could be better than this, because at the end of the day, inner contentment, fulfillment, happiness, a good domestic life plays a very important role. So generally this is a kind of a typical combination where the domestic life proves to be a source of strength, support, luck. Now this could be a case that your mother could be very fortunate, or this could be a case that your partner, the stars of your partner is supporting you in your life journey. But overall guys, I give very strong emphasis and importance to the 4th house, because ultimately not only convenience, comforts, enjoyment, but also being at peace. So this is a kind of a typical placement which provides that to the native. Now guys, if you will find in the main Lagna chart, your 9th house lord is placed in the 5th house of the D9 chart. So guys, this is a very good combination, because in my case as well, in my natal chart as well, my 9th house lord is placed in the 5th house of the D9 chart. So guys, this is a very good combination where your mind, your intellect, your thought process is somehow very well guarded. We are not saying this thing that luck is only when you are about to get into crash and suddenly something happened and you got saved. There has been those instances where you do not even realize that you could have been in trouble, but there is some invisible force or power which is all the time protecting you. So the point which I'm saying over here is that our biggest enemy or our biggest friend is our own mind, the thoughts which governs us. So this could be in the form of bhakti or Ishta Devta bhakti, or this could be in the form of right thoughts which comes to your mind, or this could be in the form of being lucky in having a very supportive, successful progeny as well. This could be a case that your luck is somehow connected with the stars of your child as well. So this is a good combination. Like trine houses are generally considered as the Lakshmi Sthana, and the placement of the 9th house lord from the Lagan chart in the 5th house of the D9 chart is a good combination. Now guys, let's say for example, if you will find that the 9th house lord of your main Lagan chart is placed in the 6th house of the D9 chart. So guys, this is a kind of a typical combination where I would say that in any of the life's challenges, obstacles, enmity, difficult times, somehow luck can actually act as a shield in your life. Again guys, everything is dependent on that if planet is placed over there, but in which dignity it is placed. Is it exalted over there? Is it placed in an enemy sign? It is placed in its own house. But whatsoever the condition is, somehow in order to deal with the challenges and obstacles of the life, luck will definitely play a very pivotal role. Now whether you call it luck, you call it divine grace, you call it blessing, whatever you call it, but in order to deal with the challenges, you need that luck. And my definition of luck is only being in synchronicity, being in harmony with nature, and being devoted to your religion, being devoted to the gods, to the higher powers. Now guys, let's say for example, if you will find that your 9th house lord in the main Lagan chart is placed in the 7th house of your D9 chart. So yes guys, it's a very good combination. Your public image is somehow going to be very well divine protected, and partners, this could be within the matrimonial life, this could be the business partnership as well, your public image as well, public dealing as well. Like I have seen a lot many of those cases where people have a very afflicted 2nd house in the Lagan chart. So they say this thing that even if I'm dying, I know that if I will turn to my immediate family, I might be turned down. But if I will ask for, or if I'll reach out to the strangers or in the public, somehow people have always helped me, supported me. So this is a kind of a typical combination where this could be a partner, this could be a public image. Somehow that will act as a luck supporting you, a divine grace reaching out to you. Now guys, let's say for example, if you will find the 9th house lord of your D1 chart being placed in the 8th house of the D9 chart. So guys, this is a kind of a very sensitive placement, because even if we will go by the KP principle, over there as well, the 12th house from any house is the loss of that house. So because 8th house is 12th from the 9th house, that is the only reason 8th house might negate religion, but it is the house which supports adhyatma, spirituality. So because I still remember whenever I listen to Osho, his take on spirituality, on philosophy, on life and birth, on soul is very deep, is very respectable. But he's not, whenever we talk about the religious institutions and all of that and the prescribed way of following the religion, he's not been a great advocate of that. So because he has also got a prominent 8th house which is 12th from the 9th. So guys, definitely this is a kind of a combination where the placement of the planet will definitely play a key role. If in the D9 chart over here, the planet which we are talking is well placed, so then we can say that the unknown forces, invisible forces, powers, any of the ritual, any of the anushthan will definitely come to your aid. But if the planet is not very well supported over here, so I feel bad to say this thing, but this is kind of a loss of the luck. So this is then not a good combination. Then the only way you can replenish your luck is being more devoted, doing good deeds, helping people, being very much living in harmony with nature, and gaining that, developing that faith in the universe. All of that will be very much needed to be inculcated in the thought process, in the lifestyle of the native. Now guys, let's say for example, if you will find that the 9th house lord in the main Lagan chart is placed in the 9th house of the D9 chart, nothing could be better than that. It's a very good combination where luck is definitely strong, it is supporting you, it is helping you. And guys, I always say this thing, house plays a very, very key role in lot many, like Lal Kitab could be one, and there are like so many other forms of fortune telling and astrology where house has always been given more importance, because ultimately the energies, how energies are getting generated, that is the zodiac sign, but from where it is getting generated, that is the house. So it is a good combination. Like we can fairly say this thing that if I were to say the 9th house lord from the Lagan chart, if it is placed in the 1st house of the D9 or the 9th house of the D9, that in itself tells about, or it gives more power to your luck, divine grace, omens supporting you, you are in trouble. And with keeping that wish in your mind, you went on a pilgrimage, you did any anushthan, you followed or did any ritual, so it will have immediate gratification, immediate positive result to support you. Now guys, let's say for example, if it is placed in the 10th house, so the 9th house lord from the Lagan chart is placed in the 10th house of the D9 chart. So yes guys, it's a very good indication that in itself tells about that somehow in your life journey, all of your actions in the society, in the community will be well divine guided. Luck will definitely support you in order to fulfill your duties. Like whether you are in a business or in a field where uncertainty is too much, public support or divine support, like the way we talk about, I still remember when I was finishing my film course. So over there at the end, we were having this Q&A round, question and answer round. So I asked one of my faculty, okay sir, at the end, after this whole course, if you have to give one line, one word, that what is required to make it in this business, so what will that word be or piece of wisdom be? So he say that in order for someone to do good in this business, along with all the skills, along with all the right attitude and hard work, you need one thing which starts with a L. I was like, damn, did you mean good looks? That I don't have. He said no, luck, being at the right time in the right place. So this is the same thing. It's not only being in a media business, being in politics. There are like so many businesses where being in the right field at the right path becomes very important. So I would say guys that if you have this combination and you have designed your life in a way that you are in a business, in a profession where there is a lot of uncertainty is there, lot of risk is there, lot of challenges are there, unpredictability is there. So I would say that this is a good combination where divine grace or luck will definitely support you. And if the planet is very well supported, very well placed, then you might end up doing something very magnanimously, very good as well, which will not only reward you with position, with power, with respect in the society as well. Now guys, let's say for example, if the 9th house lord of your main Lagan chart is placed in the 11th house of the D9 chart. So yes guys, this is one of the very good combination, because as you know that 11th house is the house of our gains. So gains, progress, development, what you will ultimately eventually become in this life. So I would say that in your life's journey, in your life's growth, like growth has got different parameters attached to it. Now this could be in the form of the knowledge which you are gaining in your life journey, people who are adding up in your life, the businesses which is growing, the titles which are coming to you. So I would say that in overall growth, prosperity, happiness, well-being, respect, titles, this is a very good combination where luck is definitely supporting you in all of your wish fulfillment. And guys, this is a kind of a typical combination, like the way I mentioned 9th house lord from the Lagan chart being in the 1st house, 9th house, but also in the 11th house. This is a kind of a typical combination where any of the ritual, any of the anushthan, any of the pilgrimage, any of those things which you will do while keeping a wish in your mind that okay, I have this wish which is realistic, I've been working hard, it is still not being getting granted to me, and I will do this pilgrimage, or I will feed this many people for this wish to get fulfilled. So this is a kind of a typical combination where nature responds, divinity responds, if you have these kind of alignments. And lastly guys, let's say for example, if you have your 9th house lord from the main Lagan chart which is placed in the 12th house of the D9 chart. So guys, it is a kind of a twisted combination, because 12th house is a very hidden house, it's a very hidden energy. So a lot will be dependent on the dignity of the planet over here. Let's say for example, if the planet in consideration is exalted, is in a friendly sign, so definitely luck will support you in the form of some sensory awareness about your surrounding, conscious awareness, psychic kind of intuition guiding you, getting the answers in your dream, or unknown people suddenly arriving in your life, giving you the guidance, giving you the support which you need, and then again disappearing from your life. Or this could be that luck will only support you when you will completely surrender yourself to the divine will, or in the isolated places. There are many connotations attached to it, but if the 9th house lord from the main Lagan chart, it is afflicted, it is getting debilitated, it is in severe affliction in the 12th house of the D9 chart, then this is not a very good combination, where then religious austerities, developing that faith, optimism is very much required. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs on this combination. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.